They have the tactical training, gear, and guns to bring the war home. CNN tracked down 9 of the military veterans who were charged in the Capitol siege.
Oh, it's right there.
Yeah. This guy is one of the most well-known, a far-right personality known for spouting extremist views long before January 6th.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Joe Biggs.
37-year-old Joseph Biggs is an Army veteran. He is also a leader in the far-right, violence-prone Proud Boys. His violent rhetoric got him banned on social media sites. On January 6th in Washington, D.C., it wasn't just rhetoric. Prosecutors say he did aid, abet, counsel, command, induce, or procure others to unlawfully enter the U.S. Capitol by means of destruction of federal property. This is Biggs as he helps lead the Proud Boys to the Capitol steps. Once there, one of his Proud Boys, this guy, broke into the Capitol. According to court documents, 20 seconds later, Biggs is seen inside the building. Biggs is charged for an alleged commanding role in the insurrection. A judge ordered he could go home on house arrest. We visited him there. Mr. Biggs, I'm Sarah with CNN. Look, all we want to ask you is whether or not you were in the Capitol on January 6th and what you were doing there. I'm sorry? You're calling the police, you said? Are you an insurrectionist? You're not an insurrectionist? Well, come talk to me. What are you? I've seen some of the things that you've said over time. They've been pretty violent. Like, give us an answer. What were you doing in the Capitol on January 6th? If we don't get the F out of here, you're calling the police. Former Army Captain Gabriel Garcia of Miami, Florida, is also a Proud Boy. He ran as a Republican for state office and lost the vote in 2020.
There's people starting to adopt this process.
Here he is inside the Capitol and now accused of violent entry and disorderly conduct on Capitol grounds, among other charges. According to the federal complaint, Garcia posted video of himself inside the Capitol saying, "We just went ahead and stormed the Capitol. It's about to get ugly." And that he also called police effing traitors for trying to stop the siege. Time after time, our efforts to get comment were met with calls to police.
No comment, leave. Leave. Now.
This man was outside the business of insurrectionist suspect Ryan Nichols in Longview, Texas. Nichols was not there.
I'm calling 911 right now.
On the street outside his house, his neighbor confronted us.
I'm going to call the police right now.
All right.
I don't have an issue with that.
Nichols is a former Marine who ended up on Ellen for his work rescuing dogs in hurricanes. He also runs a wholesale business he says has made him a fortune.
Hey, Ryan here. I'm the owner and president with Wholesale Universe. I've made millions of dollars on the e-commerce platforms.
This is also him in a camo hat at the Capitol. On the right side, his Texas buddy, Alex Harkrider. Both are military veterans who also ran a nonprofit.
Alex and Ryan here.
In D.C., the FBI says Nichols sprayed what is believed to be pepper spray in the direction of federal officers trying to restrain the mob. Court documents show Harkrider posted this on Snapchat. "We're in. 2 people killed already. We need all patriots of this country to rally the F up and fight for our freedom, or it's gone forever." They are both charged with conspiracy and assault with a deadly weapon on a federal officer. Former FBI agent Michael German, who spent years undercover in domestic extremist groups, says he's not surprised so many of the rioters are former military. There are many possible reasons for their actions, but one stands out.
What we've seen too often is that this kind of ideological militancy is allowed to exist in the military. And there isn't enough effort to root it out and to actually paint it as what it is, an anti-democratic movement, and that's a threat to our security within our security forces.
That includes an Army veteran who was awarded a Purple Heart. According to court documents, Joshua Lawler is caught on police body camera video wearing a gas mask at the Capitol, saying, "Yeah, I'm good, just got gassed and fought with cops. That I never thought would happen." Lawler was released on bond to his home. His father briefly talked to us.
I can't tell you anything.
Do you know him? Are you his dad, or?
Yeah.
You are. Is there anything you want to say just on his behalf?
No.
We also went to this accused Texas veteran's home. He's out on bond too.
Please leave your message for
Larry Brock.
Air Force veteran Larry Brock is seen dressed for combat inside the Senate chamber, holding zip ties. Brock is the guy in the green helmet.
I agree with you, brother, but it's not ours. It belongs to the Vice President of the United States.
Authorities say he may have intended to use those to restrain individuals who he saw as enemies, presumably lawmakers, something Brock denied to The New Yorker. 1,000 miles away in Woodstock, Ohio, 2 more military veterans face some of the most serious charges yet in the insurrection, including conspiracy.
Overran the Capitol. We're in the Capitol, bro.
That's Army veteran Jessica Watkins in the background and former Marine Donovan Crowell in front, both dressed for battle inside the Capitol. Watkins' boyfriend knows them both. What's he like?
When drunk, the guy you want to shut up. When sober, the best man you could have.
What was she doing?
She was supposed to help protect some VIP members within the Trump rally. And then, of course, Trump said that go protest, and some people took that to mean more than they should have, probably.
Crowell was right there with her. So was Thomas Caldwell of Clark County, Virginia. The 3 are the first to be indicted on federal charges of conspiracy, obstruction, and destruction of government property. Caldwell's disdain for Congress made clear before they stormed the Capitol.
Every single in there is a traitor.
Of the 160 people charged in the Capitol riot so far, more than 20 of them are current or former members of the military. This past Saturday, a sexual assault was reported on campus to OSU PD. The police department is investigating this situation that happened at Village E on campus. The suspect was described as being a darker-skinned black male standing about 5'6", around 140 pounds, short hair and no facial hair. Be sure to take extra precautions on campus. OSU says to walk in groups and be aware of your surroundings. And if you feel unsafe, you can request a member of OSU PD walk you home by using the Safe Walk feature in the Rave Guardian app. If you need to report anything to OSU PD, the number is 405-744-6523. Next, we'll take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be back with sports.
And welcome back, folks. I'm Joshua Weisel here in the Ocala Storm Studios. We have a few other headlines to get to coming up here in just a second, as well as that extended forecast. Starting off with pleasant start to the week with highs near 60. Through about Thursday, we're going to see some chilly mornings on the way to school throughout the week, but this is before a major Arctic blast will make its way into our area later this week, into this weekend. I'll have the latest on that. And once again, make sure that you tune out throughout the week to this broadcast for the latest weather information. So starting off, we have this evening and tonight, 5 p.m., 49, 43 by about 7 p.m. I'll step to this side real quick so you can see what's going on. Overall, this evening and tonight, it's going to be pleasant with those clear skies. Some clouds might roll in later this evening, but we're going to see temperatures in the 40s, lowering into the 30s overnight. So, as we head on, there we go. Okay, so for tomorrow, warmer conditions across the state. There's those highs that I said would be a little bit warmer, closer to 60 throughout the week. 58 in Oklahoma City, 58 in Stillwater. Winds out of the south-southwest. And we're going to see partly cloudy to mostly sunny conditions going throughout the day. And then as we head into this weekend, this is that area of Arctic cold that we were talking about just a second ago. So this is starting at Wednesday, this view that we're looking at right here. And this is the area of Arctic air that I mentioned is going to make its way closer to us. And as we head into about Friday, you can see much cooler air in the southern plains, even here in Oklahoma. That's when we're going to start to see those lows approaching the 30s and 20s, but this isn't even the main area of significant cold air mass that's going to be making its way closer to us. So this is Saturday, and this is more of that Arctic air, and as it pushes down by Sunday, as you can see where those grays and the pinks reach into our area, that is going to be significantly colder temperatures. We're talking 20s and even teens across the area for lows, and highs in the 30s. So this is going to be a significant cool down. There's a potential that we could even see a second one that could be even colder come around, let's say, Valentine's weekend. So here's a look at that 7-day forecast that I have in store for us. Here's that cold front that I mentioned with the Arctic air that'll move into our area. We're going to see maybe a few chances for rain come Thursday through about Sunday, but look at that. The dangerously low temperatures of around 15 for lows Saturday night into early Sunday. But overall, for the start of this week, I'll stand out of the way real quick. We're going to be in the mid to upper 50s, even 60s through about Thursday, and some chilly mornings to start your school day through about Friday. So tune back for the forecast update coming up here on Friday. We're going to have more on that Arctic blast coming up, but until then, stick around for sports right after this.
Hi everybody, my name is Emily Shooping. I'm your marketing coordinator for the Made in Oklahoma Coalition. I'm coming to you with an amazing opportunity. We are teaming up with the Ocali Media Group at Oklahoma State University. We want to tell your story on the following platforms: streaming, newspaper, and digital. This opportunity will not only allow your story to be told locally, but nationally as well. I am so excited for each of you to join in on this tremendous opportunity. This will not only be good for your business, but it will be good for our great state of Oklahoma. You can be expecting an email from me soon with more details about this opportunity. Local has a name, local has a face, local has a flavor. The Made in Oklahoma Coalition.
Hello and welcome back to the Daily O. I'm Parker Terrell, and let's get into sports. The Oklahoma State women's basketball team was in action Saturday as they took on Big 12 rival Kansas. The Cowgirls came into the game 7-2 in Big 12 play, while the Jayhawks bolstered a 2-4 record. Kansas jumped out to an early lead on the back of 6 free throws. The second quarter was tight also, with neither team able to pull away from each other. The third quarter was all OK State as they outscored Kansas 28-11, growing their lead to almost 20 with a quarter left to play. The fourth saw more good play from the likes of Lauren Fields and Natasha Mack for the Cowgirls. Fields scored 23 and Mack posted a huge stat line again with 21 points, 16 rebounds, 6 blocks, and 4 steals, leading to a 75-51 win. As for the men, they were taking on Arkansas in the SEC Big 12 Challenge. Our own Jace Andrews has the recap from all of the action Saturday.
The Oklahoma State Cowboys are coming off a close win over the Arkansas Razorbacks in the Big 12 SEC Challenge. There were a lot of emotions flowing on Saturday, as it was the first game since the 20th anniversary of when 10 OSU basketball players, coaches, and broadcasters tragically passed away in a plane crash while flying home from a game against Colorado. This was also the first Remember the 10 game without the late OSU great Eddie Sutton. Getting a win against a tough Arkansas opponent with all the emotions that surrounded this game meant a lot to head coach Mike Boynton.
And today I'm glad we were able to put a smile on the families of the people who lost their lives 20 years ago, and to do it against a program where Coach Sutton coached as well. So,
although the emotions were high to start this game, the Cowboys quickly settled in, starting out the game on a 12-4 run in which the Cowboys shot 100% from the field. Led by Cade Cunningham in his first game back after missing the last 2 games, the Cowboys were tied with the Razorbacks with just over a minute to go. That is when Cade Cunningham hit the go-ahead basket with 21 seconds left in the game that helped the Cowboys seal an 81-77 victory over the Razorbacks. But if you ask Cade, this basket was created by the team around him.
And my team, they do a really good job of finding me and make sure I'm in the right spot. So, all credit to them. They make sure that, I'm comfortable and make sure that I'm allowed to do what I do. So
this attitude is nothing new from the star freshman, as he has been a selfless player for the entire year. Cade showed how selfless he was even before the game started by taking himself out of the starting 5, as he thought that is what would be best for his team to succeed.
The rhythm that our team had played with, obviously the person who went into the lineup for him was Caleb, and he thought Caleb had earned the right to continue to start, and that he needed to work his way back in and earn his way back into the lineup.
This paid off tremendously for the Cowboys, as Caleb Boone had an outstanding game, finishing with 16 points and his first career double-double. The Cowboys finished with 4 players in double digits and showed that this is a full team and everyone can compete on any day.
And he does, it's like everybody with Bryce, Avery, Ice, it's just how it is as a team. When we see that one person hot, man, it's, okay, man, we playing this through you right now.
The Cowboys look to keep the hot hand on Wednesday when they take on the TCU Horned Frogs in Fort Worth, Texas. Make sure to tune into ESPN2 at 6 o'clock to support our Cowboys. For the Daily O, I'm Jace Andrews.
Thanks, Jace. It's always good to see players return from injury or illness, and it sure is great to see Cade back. Make sure and catch the game Wednesday. It should be a good one. Moving on now to the Professional League. The Oklahoma City Thunder are back in action tonight against the new-look Houston Rockets. The Thunder are coming off a loss to the Brooklyn Nets Friday night and are looking to get back in the win column. The Rockets are now in the post-James Harden era with John Wall, DeMarcus Cousins, and Christian Wood leading the team. The Rockets are putting their 3 road game win streak on the line. Wood has been having an insane year after making the move to Houston this past offseason. The Thunder will hope their defense shows up tonight after giving up 147 points Friday against the Nets. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is still leading the team in scoring, but rookie Theo Maledon has been finding his form lately, scoring 24 points and going a perfect 6 for 6 from the three-point line against the Nets. Speaking of the Nets, they were in action last night against the struggling Washington Wizards, and it was a good one for sure. The Nets got started early with Kevin Durant in MVP form, raining threes in the first quarter. He ended the day with 37 points. Joe Harris was on his game too, hitting 8 threes and finishing with 30 points. At the half, it was 71-65, and it looked destined for the Nets to take over, but the Wizards would keep fighting. Russell Westbrook was hot all night, and Bradley Beal was even hotter. The story of the game, though, was the ending. With 8 seconds left, Beal drained a 3 to cut the lead to 2. But after a turnover on the inbounds pass, Westbrook drilled another 3 with 4 seconds left to give the Wizards the lead. They would hold on to complete the comeback and win 149-146. The PGA Tour continued this past weekend with the Farmers Insurance Open. Patrick Reed was crowned the winner in California after a solid weekend on the course. Reed finished 14 under par and 5 shots clear of anyone else. There were 5 different golfers tied for second. Defending champion Mark Leishman finished tied for 18th after shooting 5 under. Oklahoma State's Ricky Fowler and Matthew Wolff had a weekend to forget after Fowler finished 1 over and Wolff was forced to withdraw after a bad first round on the course. Moving now to the NFL. The Super Bowl is fast approaching with the 55th edition this Sunday, but the rest of the league is hard at work preparing their roster in hopes of making it themselves. The Rams upped their chances at a Super Bowl run Saturday after trading for the longtime Detroit Lion, Matthew Stafford. The Rams are going all in next year, trading away a lot of assets to acquire the former first overall pick. They are giving up their former first overall pick and starter Jared Goff, 2 first-round picks, and a third-round pick. It is the first big move made by the new Lions general manager, Brad Holmes, who was hired from the Rams front office. Stafford was seeking an exit from Detroit after him and the team decided to mutually part ways. Stafford is familiar with California, as he already owns a home there. The Pro Bowl celebration was this past Saturday, and instead of a live game on the actual field, it went virtual through EA Sports Madden. The teams were made up of current players, former players, and some special guests. The AFC team had Deshaun Watson, Keyshawn Johnson, Derrick Henry, and Snoop Dogg. The NFC team was made up of Kyler Murray, Bubba Wallace, Jamal Adams, and Marshawn Lynch. The competitive energies were flowing the whole game, with the NFC coming out on top 32-12. Kyler Murray earned the MVP honors after leading his team with a great first quarter. Last thing before we let you go, Boston Red Sox legendary second baseman Dustin Pedroia has announced his retirement from Major League Baseball. Pedroia played all 14 years of his career in Boston. He is a former MVP, 4-time All-Star, and won 3 World Series during his time with the Red Sox. He had been out since 2019 after suffering a knee injury, but officially ends his career tonight. We wish him a happy retirement. Thanks for tuning into our show today. For more Dailyo content, follow us on Instagram at @thedailyo_TV. You can also watch our show on Amazon Fire Stick, Apple TV, Roku, and on Suddenlink Channel 112. Once again, I'm Parker Terrell. Have a great night, and we'll see you back here on Friday. Good night.